Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Animation Pilgrimage. I'm Whitney.
I'm Tennille.
And this is the show where we take a look at every single theatrically released animated film in chronological order. Of course, we're still doing catch-up episodes right now, and it's also been about a month because we were moving.
Yes,
So
we've moved into a new location, so if we sound a little different, please stay with us here as we adjust our audio and figure out best ways to get it working the way we want it to.
But either way, today we took a look at The Golden Iron Man.
You say today, but it's actually also almost been a month since we've watched this movie.
It's true. We watched this movie before we moved, and then we moved, and then we're like, oh shoot, what did we watch?
I was like, what is this? Oh no, we didn't have time to review it. Oh god, I don't remember this movie at all, which is, an excellent sign for the movie itself.
Yes, indeed. But either way, we are here, we're going to review this, and so...
This is another one of the, I guess, infamously bad and rare South Korean films.
Yes, the rip-off films from South Korea. This one is from the year of 1968.
Yep.
And I want to say thank you to Michael Ray for finding this movie for us, as usual.
As always, thank you, Michael Ray. Whitney, why don't you tell us about this movie?
Well, Golden Iron Man? I think you mean Golden Superman.
Yeah, I mean, it says Iron Man, but obviously with the time period it came out in, Superman's a much more recognizable thing to
Rip off.
Yeah.
It's very... This guy that is the Iron Man is very clearly more of a Superman character. He flies through the sky like Superman. He has a face like Superman. He's just pure gold.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly wasn't expecting the beginning of this movie to be the way it was. It starts very, Dreamland-y.
It's very weird. So how about we get into it?
Okay.
I can do a plot synopsis now. I just wanted to talk about the name is
the titular.
wrong.
Right, yes.
Anyways, there's a kid in, I think, PJs, wandering through a star-like field, and he's got a bear with him, and he is collecting stardust from stars. And then he just flies through the sky and eventually finds a couple rabbits on the moon making dough as they do. And the moon turns into a boat and they float across space to a castle full of rabbits.
Uh-huh.
Have I lost you yet?
I mean, okay, it's kind of weird and doesn't really give you any, lead into what's going on, but this opening's probably my favorite part of the movie. It's the most original thing about it. Mm-hmm. However, it did leave me okay, wait. I
thought this was the Golden Iron Man.
Right?
Where's the Iron Man?
But, that's not a bad thing. I like this intro for the movie. Unfortunately, it's kind of just all downhill from here.
Yeah, because this does not establish our character or locations or why anything's happening, really. Mm-hmm. It just kind of happens to you.
Well, and nothing that follows in the film really has anything to do with this. Location or what's going on. Yeah.
So while he's here in the Kingdom of Rabbits, the Golden Iron Man flies down. And he's like, hey, I know you, kid. And he's like, wow, you know me? I know you. You're like a superhero or something. I don't know. And then they watch a very risque show for rabbits.
Well, yeah, they watch a whole bunch of rabbits do, a can-can and...
stuff like that. And I'm like, why is this happening?
Why are the rabbits shaking their bare butts at me? I don't appreciate it.
It's very strange.
I would rather not.
Meanwhile, evil gay man Maleficent...
I mean, okay, Maleficent's already queen.
Yeah, but this is, a guy.
This is bad stereotype. We've turned Disney's Maleficent into
an effeminate man.
Yeah.
Who is very clearly a gay stereotype, and that's the reason they're evil.
Uh-huh.
We've seen these before. We'll see them again. They stink, but
it's downhill from here.
Anyways, they have taken over a planet.
Mm-hmm.
So, Golden Iron Man and the kid
stop them.
Decide to go stop them, and there's hijinks. They find a girl Turns out the girl's father is a scientist, and he has been captured by Maleficent.
And as soon as he showed up, I was like, that dad, he's dead. He's gonna die.
I mean, is a scientist in one of these kinds of movies?
Oh,
he's going to die.
But you were like, I don't know. They didn't introduce him at the very beginning. He might make it out alive. And I was like, he's dead.
Okay.
And sure enough.
Spoilers, he dies. So anyways.
You can always count on the scientist dad dying.
The scientist is forced to build a robot that can rebuild itself when it gets destroyed. There is a ton of fighting. The kid wields multiple different guns and shoots a bajillion people to death. Mm-hmm. The Golden Iron Man is stuck in like an iron cage or copper or lead. Is it lead? I think it's lead. Doesn't matter. And
like I said, we watched this movie a month ago. I do not remember details like this.
I don't know. It's a very Superman thing where a specific metal makes him weak and he can't do anything. The kid saves him. The scientist dad gets shot and dies. They blow up the base. They beat Maleficent. And the planet is restored to beautiful nature. The end.
Yep. That's it.
It's very much so stereotypical of these rip-off South Korean films. There's not a lot of super interesting things that happen. There are Disney rip-off references everywhere.
Oh yeah, there's a bunch of cameos from sort of Disney characters like Jacques and Gus, the mice from Cinderella. They make a brief appearance just in like the background of a shot.
A lot of the animals look very Disney style.
Yeah, very either like the Snow White or Bambi.
Mm-hmm. I don't know. The movie's silly.
It is silly.
I don't even. I don't
South
even
Korean films are kind of fun because they're so them. You know, they're just exactly what they are.
Oh yeah.
And I kind of love them for that. As far as notes about this film go, I have absolutely nothing. Like, absolutely nothing. Google search of this film tells you that yes, this is a film that was made in South Korea in 1968.
Probably.
Even
when Michael Ray gave it to us, they're like, it says 1968. I've also seen sources saying 69. Mm-hmm. So who knows? The year might even be wrong. It's one of those movies that's very much so lost any information and relevance through time.
Yeah. So, it's not completely lost media, but the production behind it is, which, is sad because that's kind of the whole point of Animation Pilgrimage is that we like to talk about the history of this film and history of films. And
at least
so often with a lot of these animated films, the production behind them itself is completely lost history. And even if it's on something where the end product was not that good, it does make me sad.
Mm-hmm. But you know what? At least we're categorizing it here on our show so that it is known that some people have watched it at some point.
Yep. Anyway, we have just a handful of catch-up films to do yet.
Mm-hmm. So over the next month, we should probably finish those up.
Yeah.
So join us back here next time as we watch The Conference of Animals. I've said we're going to watch this like 3 or 4 times now, and we're actually going to watch it. Dang it.
Watch us come back next week, and it's like, well, okay, so...
Even if the subtitles don't work this time, we're going to watch it because it's understandable without the subtitles, okay?
We're going to watch it anyway. Subtitles be damned. All right. See y'all next time. Have a great week.